I'm drinking vanilla slice.
Vanilla slice.
Drinking vanilla slice. Yeah.
What a podcast! Today we have our first podcasty Matt back in the studio with us.
What is up?
So excited for this, dude. We have some serious topics that we want to talk about today. Serious being, well, how to get shit done.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you're an actor. And you're going through some stuff. You're doing your social media. You're trying to like write skits. You're working with companies now. How do you get shit done? Let's jump right into it.
You know what? I don't do anything.
Yes,
I'm
you
kidding,
do.
I'm kidding.
Yes, you do.
Hustle, work. Try to do as much. Try to fill your day up with as much as you can do. That's my. We'll say, how do you get stuff done? It's that. It's having a vision, which we're going to talk about later. And just knowing where you're going and just staying focused on your path, on your road, and just know where you're headed.
So we've been talking, like, right before the podcast started, we're talking about how hard it is to get shit done. So sometimes we can feel like we're trapped in a moment, and that moment can last a week, or it can last a month, or it can last 6 months of feeling like, oh my God, am I even moving my life forward? Yeah. But then, in hindsight, you look back and you're like, oh shit, I actually did move forward. But I didn't realize it because I was moving so slowly. So getting shit done, does that mean ticking off a checkbox? How do you know if you're getting shit done?
Well, I mean, I think like there's certain things where it's pretty black and white, right? Where like I make a video, I put it out,
yes.
Well, that's done, right?
Yes.
But then in terms of like moving forward could be like quality of content, quantity of content, where it's not necessarily black and white. It takes time to evolve, I guess.
Let's say you wrote down goals and you were like, okay, reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah. But you make videos every single day. So yes, in theory, you're getting shit done, but you're not reaching your goal.
Exactly. So like you could be you're always getting stuff done. I mean, you wake up in the morning, you have breakfast, you got something done, right? I mean, something as basic as that. But then you also have your goals. But I mean, I think it comes down to like if you have these goals and you're not working on them, well then you're not moving forward towards those goals. Yeah. Meaning you're doing something else. But if you have goals and whatever you're doing in relation to those goals will keep you moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like YouTube, if my goal is like 1,000 subscribers, well then for example, if I'm not posting on YouTube, but then on Instagram, I'm try to keep sending people to my YouTube to subscribe. Over time you'll build. But I mean, like, it's not the main. How do I?
Because right now you're saying that you're struggling, right? With I am. How? Yeah. How are you struggling?
So right now, basically, this is important. Struggling in the sense that like I overthink. Like I was telling you before, I overthink too much. I have a lot of ideas that I want to. I don't know if they're good or bad. You gotta taste. You gotta try. Like your trick says. But I have a lot of ideas that I want to get done and stuff that I actually told people that I was going to do. So things that I told people I was going to do.
You're not doing them.
Not doing them. But then also things that I started that didn't end up happening. So like there's the Matthew Giuffrida show on YouTube/podcast where I started it. I think I did 3 episodes and then it just stopped. Right. Okay. But I think like it didn't stop because I wanted it to stop. It just kind of stopped because I naturally, and then I focused on other things. So maybe it's like
there's this feeling of needing to explain yourself to your audience that I hate. Because also same with me, I've like slowed way down on podcasting. Yeah. And I feel that I need to be like, guys, don't worry, I haven't given up. But at the same time, nobody freaking notices. Do you think people notice?
100%. I've actually asked people in terms of, well, I think like my videos are pretty much daily before. So like when you go from 4 days without a video, it's kind of like, whoa, what happened here? Like was something going on? Yeah. I think that like that's like you kind of feel that inside. I don't feel the need that like I have to explain to people why I'm not like I just think it's like almost like a common courtesy sort of thing. Like, what have I been doing? Well, let me show you what I've been doing. Yes. And what I've been doing is spinning my wheels in the dirt. I haven't been doing anything. It's literally like I'm working with companies. I'm trying to balance now the companies with Instagram commercials.
What they want from you versus what you want to give to your audience.
Exactly, because like that's a fine line. They might say like, yeah, I want a commercial, I want it like this, and like that. Whereas I say, well, on my page it's like this and like that.
It's funny. It
has to be funny. So that's what I'm trying to do. I keep these commercials funny so that at least people, when they come to the page, it's like, even if they don't care about the microphone, well, it's going to be a funny commercial about the microphone. And if they want it and they're interested, well then great, there's a product at the end of it.
Exactly. And if you want to give Samson G-Track a little preview of what you can do for them.
What is that? Samson G-Track?
Yeah.
You guys, buy the microphone. Just buy it. See, I'm going, that would be bad. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
You know.
But what would be a good way of selling the microphone?
Buy the microphone or I break your fucking legs. That's it. There we go.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. So
funny / threatening. You know, it's the best mix.
Well, that's it. So I think it's really about like getting things done that coincide with your vision versus testing new things and trying to also grow. So let's say that Samsung G-Track messaged you and they're like, we just need you to sell this microphone. They're willing to give you $20,000. What are you going to say to that? You're going to say, hells yeah. And you're not going to care about people calling you a sellout because this is a good career move. So it's like morals at one point have to be broken because the money is there. And sometimes you just have to go with the money. What would you do?
Okay,
I think I would go with the money.
You think you'd go with the money?
Yeah.
Okay. There would definitely be some negotiating because I don't work for anything under $1 million.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Confidence, our next topic.
Confidence,
yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, no, not at all. So like, pretend, they say 20 grand. We want make a commercial for us about our microphone. Just list these 5. They give me a script and say these 5 details. Just say it, and that's it. Super dry, and that's it. We're gonna have to negotiate on that. Actually, I would do that. It's not going on my page though.
But that was the condition that it has to go on your page.
Has to go on my page. Listen.
You would say no to 20 G's in the situation you're at right now. This is all a ruse, and Samson G-Track actually asked me for this influencer. Yeah, they just wanted to actually know what you would say.
Like again, like I said, there would have to be negotiating. Like it has to be some sort of like.
Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Yeah, can you do like half for like if I can make it comedic? Obviously they'll sign off on the script, but it's just it's that thing where like I think personally speaking, taking the $20,000, doing the commercial, and then having that name for yourself as like for the right amount of money he'll do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Versus no. I have my set rules. This is how I work. I have a framework that I want to keep. And now other companies saying like, I like the way this guy works
because he stayed true to like
his
vision,
word. And he's like, he's not going to sell out. Like I wouldn't use whatever, not like sell out, but like he's stuck to his guns. He didn't switch at the last minute. You know what I'm saying? He's loyal to himself and what he. His art, we'll say. Well, that type of loyalty we can use for our company. You can make your funny skits, but we like the fact that you're loyal. Now that might open up something bigger than 20,000.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
so it's saying no to the right opportunities too, though.
Exactly. It's like we'll say even Gary Vee. It's like micro versus macro, right? In the micro, you're saying no to 20K, but in the macro, you might get $100,000 sponsorship contract with another company because they like your loyalty and they know they won't like betray them and stuff.
Dude, I think that this whole idea of getting shit done has a lot to do with also knowing yourself and knowing what you want to provide to the world. So it's having a strong why. What's your why?
You know what? This is funny because I answered this, I think, in the first...
I don't know, but it's a big question. That's why I'm smiling, because it's a huge question.
It's a massive question. I'm just trying to figure out... I'm very curious. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to watch to see what I said in the first podcast.
Okay, but it could change, too.
It could change, but I'm curious to see if it's even, like, relevant. But it's to make people, I guess, happy and to help as many people as I can. One of the things I said, I'm kind of spinning my wheels in the dirt because I have a lot of ideas. Well, one of them is to create a page, like the Matthew Giuffrida show worked, but it didn't fit with my Instagram page right now because I tried to make it funny, but you're forcing something that doesn't necessarily have to be funny. So I want to create another page for like Instagram, Matthew Giuffrida show, where I do more motivational and this like
type
of
talking
and like, you know, thought of the day where it's like, you know, like try to help people as much as I can. But I realize that I'm starting from scratch. I will have some people come from my page that I have now, but I'm not even doing my own content on my comedy page. Like, why not just start doing thought of the days on my comedy page right now?
Exactly.
Because that's not why the people are there for.
Yeah.
You know, you walk into a flower shop for flowers. You know, if you walk into a flower shop and there's purses everywhere, well, it's like, no, like I'm not going to go back to the store because I came here for flowers and that's not what I'm getting, sort of thing.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. It's hard to build a fan base.
It's hard to build a fan base, but it's patience, consistency, and you gotta love what you're doing, right? Because if you don't love what you're doing, you won't be consistent, and you won't be patient. You won't accept that your goals, your end result.
But it's also your why. That's what's driving you.
And,
why do you think that you have this urge to like make people smile? Like for me, I have my why is to, and it gets deep because we get so deep here, but I've also gotten deep with myself and myself as a human. And I'm like, okay, why am I doing everything that I'm doing? Okay, because I saw my mom die at a super young age and I realized that I'm scared shitless of death. Why am I scared shitless of death? Because I realized that we are literally born to die. And that is the saddest fucking idea in the world. That's why people kill themselves, because they realize there's no point. So I'm like, okay, I enjoy life, but I know there are so many people who don't. So my purpose is to make them realize they can enjoy life too. And they don't have to die before they're dead. They don't have to be here.
I like that. Don't die before they're dead.
Don't die before you're dead. So that's like, so then every day I wake up, I'm like, well, I'm going to die one day, but I'm like, some people want to die today. What can you fucking do to make those people not want to die today? Ish. So when people are having trouble with their art, when people are like trying to get shit done, you just have to have such a strong why to know why you want to get this shit done. So like if you're struggling with your scripts, like just remember your why. And for anyone else who's struggling with their art, just know your why.
Know your why.
Get to the deepness.
Why are you exactly
the dark shit?
Why are you doing this?
Yeah. We could segue to confidence if you want, because that's another thing that's super relevant in our lives right now.
Confidence, yeah.
Confidence.
Yeah. Confidence. It's kind of like I was mentioning before. You have to people got to watch confidence. Like it's
yes.
You know, like there's confidence, but then there's also like cockiness, which is like, you know, arrogance, exactly.
I'm better than you.
That sort of thing, right? It's
I've accomplished more than you.
Yeah, I don't mess around with that. Like someone comes in and is like, I'm this. I don't care how much money you make.
I'm this hot shot.
I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how many followers
you
you know,
fucking have.
Like.
So what's the difference between confidence and arrogance?
Confidence is, you know, like you gotta have that in yourself, in here, right? You gotta be confident in what you're doing, in where you're going, and but you know, like it's still, I don't know, it's.
I view confidence as you're so happy and you've accepted everything about yourself that now life isn't about you and you can bring up others, because confidence radiates through being able to uplift others. And arrogance comes from actual insecurity, where it's a mask. This energy and everything is a mask, and you come into a room and you feel like you need to prove something because you're actually not okay with the things that you hate about yourself. Whereas confidence is you recognize the things you hate about yourself, but you tried loving them. And now you love them and you realize we're all fucking flawed. So now we can all grow up in this world flawed together. Confidence.
I hope what you just said was roughly a minute, because that's what you can need to crop for Instagram. Because that was really good.
But arrogance comes from insecurity.
And 100%, I agree, like word for word what you just said, because I was trying to think like confidence, like, because how do you not like show off the confidence? But it's it's in your head that you know, like, you know, like it's just exactly like in my perspective, it's like I can put out a video that like flops, right? That is not good. Like you can always think that you can put a podcast out that like, well, no one watches this, or it's not that good. But it's like it doesn't matter. You're confident in where you're going, and it's a part of the process.
Yes.
At the end of it, right? It's not like you
do it for the right reason.
Do it for the right reason, exactly.
If I was doing this podcast right now for the views, I would have stopped yesterday because I'm not getting a lot of views. But like I told you with these drawings and like I told you with the conversations, every time I feel like I want to give up on this, someone says something in a podcast that I'm like, holy crap, you just like mended a broken piece in me. You just like helped me grow, and I think I helped you grow too. So like this conversation just for us is helping each other. And if people want to watch, fine, sure, but we're doing it at the very base,
foundation of it.
At the foundation,
you're having a great conversation and you're helping already one person or yourself and another person.
Yes.
Right? Because that's it. And that's what it is. It's not about how many views. Like for me, I just like the way I like to think about it is that if I can make one person, if I can brighten one day, one day. Like that's my video had one view and that view was like, you brighten my day.
That's done.
The next person and the other people, that's just bonus. That's just extra.
Trickle effect.
The trickle effect, exactly.
I don't know if that's a thing.
I don't know if that applies to this. No.
You're like the trickle effect.
The trickle effect exists, and I don't know if it applies to this situation, but I mean, yeah.
It exists? Trickle effect?
Yeah, it is a trickle effect. Yeah, it's like
trickle
or the domino effect, dominoes effect, where you hit one and it kind of like trickle effect, domino effect. It's all.
We're gonna research this after. Trickle effect.
We invent terms here. No, I'm kidding.
But I really want to talk about the foundation because we were also talking about this before the podcast. You need to be so strong in your foundation so that when your world comes crashing down, you are so steady and you put the work in for your two parents to die right in front of you. Okay, they just died right in front of you. What have you done leading up to this moment? I'm 25 years old. Both of my parents just fucking died in a car crash last night. How do I deal with it? Well, I just put work in for 25 years for this moment. Boom. Where do you start to lay this foundation? How?
So the foundation, I would say, like I said, like I had mentioned before, is through experiences, right? Now, you have to start somewhere. It's almost like if you want to, it's like a podcast. Like when you start the podcast, like how do you start? But well, you just gotta start. It's either you Google how to do a podcast, it's either you buy a camera, you buy a mic. You gotta start somewhere.
And so, it's gonna be shitty.
No one is born. No one is born walking. You're born, and like you gotta start somewhere, right? Yeah. So you start with an experience, with a failed test at school.
Okay.
I'm kind of skipping a couple of years there, whatever. You fail a test at school, and then you learn how to kind of cope with that. Great. Now your test goes to SAT, and then your SAT goes to failing at like job interviews.
Yes.
And then job interviews is like getting fired, and then getting fired is like you build. You're not your first. You're not. I don't know how to say it. It wouldn't be like the first thing you have to deal with.
Failing forward.
Yeah, if you want to put it that way, exactly.
If you want to put it in Instagram quotes.
Yeah, failing
forward.
Keep failing forward, exactly.
Yes.
That's it. But however, you can't just fail and then not do anything about it. And then the way I like to see things is that there's in any situation, there's always a
silver lining,
a light. Okay. I like to say there's always. I guess it doesn't make sense, we'll say, but there's always a little bit of light in darkness.
I agree.
Somehow.
Well, we were talking about if a situation happens. Okay, so there's two different types of mindsets. It's from Carol Dweck's book, Mindset. Okay, there's a growth mindset and there's a fixed mindset. If you have a growth mindset, you're constantly looking at the positives of situations.
Yeah.
So let's say that you just spilled this tea, okay, all over your pants. And if you had a fixed mindset, you would be like, of course I did that. Oh, look, I lost my tea. Now I'm not going to be able to drink tea for the rest of the day. The way a growth mindset person would view that occurrence would be, I just dropped my tea. Maybe there was something in this tea that I wasn't supposed to drink because if I drank it, there was actually poison in it and I would have fucking died. Okay, that's really extreme. But it's looking at this happened for me, for a reason, for me to grow or for me to learn from it, or maybe my life is better because this happened.
Exactly. So there's, I would say like there's that. So I would have, if I drank the tea, there could have been something inside it. But then there's also like just the smaller little things that like if I decided to all of a sudden hold my cup with the tips of my fingers, like this, which I'm not going to do because I'm going to spill it, then what can I learn from the situation would be maybe, Matt, you shouldn't hold the tea with the tips of your fingers.
So you learned from it.
Not to mention, am I still craving tea? And now I get a full tea. Yes. A new full tea. This one is already, so I had a tea and a half, basically.
Yeah.
I get it, my pants are all wet and I ruined your carpet and everything. But it's like, you know, acknowledge that, you know, you did that and it's like, that sucks. But that, like, look at the situation in general. Take a step back. Go like from a third person almost point of view. Yeah. And look at it and just try to find, like, what's the good that comes,
came
like,
from
this? What can I learn from this? Yes. And maybe even if it's not, because if you can learn, like, it doesn't even have to be, like, for example, I get to drink another cup of tea. That's very, like...
That's optimism.
That's very, like, it's a very good thing.
It's literally glass full.
Exactly. It's literally glass. It's a glass and a half, right?
Glass and a half full.
That's very, like, you're really grabbing a good thing out of it.
Yes.
Whereas not holding the cup like this with my fingers, that's learning, and it's good. If you're learning, it's good. You know what I'm saying?
To give, like, an example, a real example that happened, Gary Vee talks about this a lot. Our Father, who art in heaven. Yeah. So Gary Vee actually talks about passing up on Uber several times.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest, you can quote it and say, mistake of his life, but it's also the biggest growth and learning point of his life. People are like, man, you lost billions of dollars passing up on Uber. Doesn't that grind your gears? He's like, dude, the way I see it is maybe had I said yes to Uber, maybe I would have taken a flight to India to go sign the papers for Uber, and that flight would have crashed and I would have been dead. Boom. That's his mindset. That's his mindset. His whole trajectory of his life would have been different, and maybe it would have been worse. So don't dwell on the shit that didn't work out for you. Realize that it wasn't supposed to work out for you. It wasn't meant to. It wasn't in the cards.
You never know. I'm a massive believer in everything happens for a reason.
Same.
So it's just, you know, funny story, quick about that is, before I got into all this, the acting side, the agent and everything, I didn't know where to go from this. One night, my friends had planned to go out to either Milano's bar on Jerry or Trucharo's on Langelier, right? And they were going to Milano's, and then last minute someone was like, you know what? No, I don't want to go there. Let's go to Trucharo's instead. I'm like, okay, fine, we'll go to Trucharo's instead. So we get there, and then I meet an ex-coworker of mine at the bank who is there with one of her friends, and her friend used to come to the bank, and she... great lady, and she liked me at the bank. She remembered me, and her daughter works for Kenyon Wells. So contact information traded, and then it just started with
Kenyon Wells is a casting agency.
Casting agency in Montreal, exactly. Yeah.
So
and
you
then
met the daughter of that.
So I met the daughter, exactly, and she gave me information and helped me out with how to get started, and then, like,
now you're an actor because you chose a bar.
Because of we were not supposed to go there that night.
That's crazy.
Now, if we were not going to go there that night, how would it, like, would I have thought to call? Like, it would, you don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, it's amazing how things happen.
Choices.
And the other thing too regarding that is you gotta be willing to accept that energy and that sort of
the unknown. Accept it, embrace it.
Accept it, embrace it, but you gotta, like, I think you gotta have that positive mindset in terms of, like, things are gonna work out for me. Yeah. Instead of like it's not going well, this sucks, and I'm in a bad situation. Don't say you're in a bad situation. You can, like, but don't be naive either. You're in a bad situation, but don't dwell on the bad situation. Dwell on the fact that my situation is going to get better.
Okay, let me give you an example here. I'm really curious to hear somebody's thought on this. So I have a friend who is in a relationship, and they're thinking about doing multiple relationships, like being with each other, but also being with other people at the same time. Okay. But the guy, he's like, it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. I don't like this. It's not going to work out. Is it going to work out?
Girl wants multiple relationships.
Yeah. Guy doesn't. But, like, he still loves her.
Still loves her. That's fine. Communication, for sure, is a mass. Like, if there's no communication, so they basically, if I had to give advice, it would be communicate, talk this through. And the thing is that if this is what she wants and that's going to make her happy, then, I mean, if that's what she, like...
But
look,
then
here's the thing. If she's going to stay in the relationship, be miserable and not happy, he is not going to be happy.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, we have two unhappy people.
Yeah.
Whereas if you guys break up, she goes to do her thing, great, and she's happy. He sucks, but I mean, you got to be able to.
But what I'm saying is like the whole point is if you're gonna go into a situation saying it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. Saying like, oh no, I don't like this, it's not gonna work.
100%. 100%. Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, like in terms of that situation, like if like as a guy, for him, you know, it's like I don't want my girlfriend going around and like, having multiple relationships. Yes. But then at the end of the day, it's like you got to look at that. It's like, are you gonna be happy at the end of this or not? Like, see
exactly
what I did here. See,
happiness over everything.
Happiness over everything. Like, are you gonna be happy? If not, if it's miserable, you guys are fighting. Well, then just stop it. It's gonna the pain is gonna be temporary, but it's gonna be
macro
happiness. Like you're gonna be happier in the end. You know what I'm saying? It's like. Okay, you're losing her, but then maybe like she wasn't for you then, like because she wants multiple relationships, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. I see what you did there. So
I'm gonna show this part to that person.
Yeah, no problem.
That's for them.
Yeah,
so
no,
good.
That's it.
Happiness over everything.
Happiness over everything. Just do what's gonna make you guys happy.
Yes. Okay. And it's still on topic because we're talking about confidence, and we're talking about like. Being confident in your choices, being confident in situations you're put in, being confident that you'll make the right decision for you.
Self-awareness.
Yes.
Self-awareness. Are you happy? Are you confident with what you're doing? You know, you get that feeling sometimes, right? Where it's like I'm doing something, but it's like I don't know, like I don't feel good about doing it.
Yeah, gut feeling. That's real.
Gut feeling. Then, you know. Take a step back. Why are you feeling like this? You know, like, and then...
Your body will tell you. If you listen to your gut feeling and you ask it, why do I have this? It will literally whisper and be like, because it's not right.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, why? Because whatever.
Yeah. And that's it. I mean...
When you walk into a room, what's the first thing that you think about? If there's like a bunch of people there, what do you think about?
That's a good question.
Yeah. It depends which room.
Yeah, I mean, like first. If there's like if I'm like
gym. You walk
something...
into a gym. What do you think about?
I'm kind of in my zone, to be honest.
Like, what do you think about?
At the gym, I'm in my zone and kind of like, what do I need to get done here, and just how can I do it? Kind of like,
really?
Yeah. I'm not necessarily focused on like other people. However, the actor part of me is very focused on other people and mannerisms and little things and like because I like to pick those sort of things.
Okay.
Yeah. Like when I talk, I like to do a lot of like Gary Vee movements.
Like, what does he do?
He's all like as he's talking, he does the bending finger thing.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
He bends his his index finger.
Yeah, like when he's talking, he's like And I don't know if you saw his story recently about a girl who did a video about him and like his mannerisms. So when he's talking, you know, you gotta pay it up forward, holds his elbow.
Are you serious?
Yeah. You gotta pay it up forward. You know, like I don't care, like hands out, this thing. You know, he'll be playing with like stuff.
Yeah, he plays with stuff. That things, I noticed. That's cute. I like that. Plays with things.
Damn.
Yeah,
it doesn't like hand out. Doesn't matter. Like you gotta pay it forward. It doesn't. You know, he holds his elbow a lot. That I know that for sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna be so cautious about this now. Yeah. I'm gonna be so aware.
I like that. So like conscious. In a room, like I'll be like picking up on certain things, facial expressions, like. I don't know, it's little things that like maybe eventually if I'm gonna need them, I'll be able to go back to like the real life experience that I saw and
What an actor filter. That's such an actor filter. Because you're picking out things that you can use for later.
Yeah, exactly. To create a character or whatever it is, you know. It's a voice, a way stuff is said, or even like accents.
Just
like
mannerisms.
Accents. Mannerisms, yeah. Mannerisms, accents.
The human's being.
Yeah, the human's being.
I love that. Of course. But no, so why I asked you that is because with confidence, like we said, there's a fine line, but there's also ego, and ego needs to be addressed. So like ego can be looked at in so many ways, but let's say that you walk into a room and then you're like, what is everyone thinking about me? That's ego. It's like, what is everyone thinking about the fact that I just walked into this room? What are they thinking about what I'm wearing? What are they thinking about what I look like? What are they... Ego. Whoa.
Yeah.
Take it away.
And like your mind is not in like the right place for that. Like it's...
No, but so it can also come into play in our art. Like the way that we, you know, pronounce things. I've been doing music a lot lately.
Yeah.
And the minute that I'll shift my focus on what would people like... oh my God, I sound like shit. I'll be like rapping and I'll be like, ew, it doesn't even sound real. Or then I'll shift it to the story that I'm trying to tell, the feelings that I felt in the moment when this person screwed me over. And then the bars drop. And then I'm really feeling it because it's coming from a true, authentic place, not from a contrived place of like, what are they going to think about this line and the way I say it right now?
Exactly.
Ego.
Yeah.
So like
authentic is the key word that you said there. You know, it's got to be you. It's got to be real.
It's got to be you.
You know, I think though, however, in terms of like content, like you kind of have to take into consideration what people want. You see, again, yes and no. Like I can stop everything tomorrow and take my page now and do strictly motivation stuff, like I said, and fuck everyone, and like doesn't matter if they like it, they stay. If they don't, they don't. You know, I could do that, but like I think it's all like a process. Like it's a process, and like the way you gotta think about things before you kind of jump into them. I think
I'm just thinking about Brother, okay, because he's my favorite character.
Okay.
And yes, you need to like do the accent the way people are expecting you to.
Yeah.
But what if Brother had something about his personality that you didn't even know about? But because you were so trapped in the way he's perceived, you're like, I gotta keep that image. I gotta keep doing the skits the way the Brother would or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, what if there's a little Brother inside Brother waiting to break free, and he's like, Brother, I just want to bang my head on the ceiling, Brother, or something, okay? But you're like, okay, no, that would be really dumb for a skit. But there's a little Brother in you being like, let me out. It's for the art. But you're like, no, people would not like that. That would be weird. No. There's like, you need to be innovative.
Innovative, but at the same time, like you're trying things. Right?
Yeah.
Like, for example, the video I released not so long ago, the Steven one, very like...
I didn't see this.
That was the... thanks for watching my...
No, it doesn't come up, dude. I have to literally go into your profile.
Don't worry about it.
Instagram... No, by the way, though, on saying this, all of my friends, like, I don't scroll on Instagram anymore because it's all shit. I literally just watch stories. So, just for, like, influencers, I'm going to start doing this as well. Posting your actual posts on your stories, because that's how people watch Instagram today.
Sure. Instagram only delivers your post to like 7% of your following.
Yeah. So you need to put it on your stories.
Yeah.
So anyways,
but also in terms of that, like I was doing some research. It like the more you use all the aspects of Instagram, the more Instagram will favor you.
Yeah.
You know, so like lives and all that kind of stuff.
Instagram Live,
IGTV, stories.
I never do Instagram Live. We could do that right now on this podcast.
Even if it's like,
Would you want to?
Oh.
Would you?
Oh.
Should we pause the podcast?
Are we pausing it, or are we doing it during the podcast?
Okay, so I'll just low key go. Okay, yeah. So, anyways, go on.
What was I saying?
I've never done an Instagram Live. I'm scared.
Okay, we're gonna do. You never done an Instagram Live?
I've never done one. How do you do it?
Okay.
Oh my god.
Story. Oh, go live. There you go.
Oh my god, but I'm. Oh my god, we're live.
Are you hyperventilating?
Yes, I'm scared. I've never done an Instagram Live.
Don't put me in it. I've never done an Instagram Live. We're
literally in our podcast.
We're within the podcast. We're living within a podcast. So it's a podcast within a podcast. Filming a podcast.
The podcast. Okay, so we go. So we're talking about how it's important to use every part of the platform because Instagram will promote you.
Yes, definitely. 100%. Ooh, look at that. They're going widescreen.
Boom.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
What we were talking about before that, yes, Steven. Okay.
Steven.
Exactly. So there was a character I did, and I'm like, I love this character, and it's very flamboyant, and it's like there's a lot of like, I like the character. It's different. It's loud. It's like the voice and like the way I was like dressed and everything was great. And I mean, at the end of it, it was like people were like, it was okay. Like some people really liked it, which is great. But then like it was, I would say that would be my definition of a flopped video on there.
And is it because the intention for the video was based on what you hoped other people would think of it? Like, why do you think that video flopped?
I compare it to my other videos.
Okay.
That's it. Like if I were to compare it to like last night's video did fantastic. Martin complaining about the city.
Okay.
You know, it just it did really well. But I mean, it's
Was it a new character, Steven?
Oh, 100%. It was a new character. So I tried a new taste,
so
right?
is he ever going to come back?
He might make a comeback, but now, like, I know, like, for that, it's going to have to be something interactive. Like, maybe I would kind of throw him back in with a popular character.
Okay.
You know,
to kind of ease people into Steven.
Exactly. You know, to like, okay, I like Steven. It's a good, I still like the character, but I would have to bring him back with, like, a Martin or something. Like, I can see some fantastic conversations with them.
And I think that's really important too, because it would suck for like a really beloved character in your mind to just be dead because of your audience's reactions to it.
Yeah.
But and it's like, but we do have to pay attention to our audience because they're the ones that we do this for. It's 100%. We need to know, like, is this Instagram Live going to work right now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, is it? Yeah.
I don't know.
Some people are waving. How many people are in here?
We're during our podcast. I don't know if this is rude or innovative. I'm freaking out.
Why am I, like, not understanding this podcast? Like, this live?
I've never done this before, so I don't understand either. Wave. But this is rude to the podcast.
It is, I know. Okay. So I'll keep you guys entertained while Fiona waves back at the viewers.
Okay. So Steven will make an appearance.
Yeah. So, like, again, it goes back to self-awareness in terms of, like, I'm self-aware that the character alone may not be as strong as other ones.
Yeah.
However, like, it's still something I want to do. Like, I liked doing the character. It was funny. I think it could be funny. Let's taste again. Let's try again, but bring him in with Brother and see how that goes. But then at a certain point, like...
If it doesn't work, it doesn't
work.
Like,
at a certain point, like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but that doesn't mean I have to stop. Like, if I truly love doing that character... And you have that vision... I'm going to do the character regardless, right? If people like it, if people not, great. I'll give you what you want, which is Brother and Martin and everything, but if I still like to do the character, I could. But for me, if I had to, like, never do Steven again, it wouldn't crush me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm also aware in that sense. You know, like, is it going to be... Am I going to try to really push this character Steven, or am I going to create the next, like, motivational inspiration page that I want?
So you just have to
know... You gotta know what you want.
Mm-hmm. And you need to know when to, like, move on.
That's hard.
Why?
That's extremely hard, because when is the time... I'll give you my... Like, for a good 6-7 months straight, I was doing 4 videos a day with very low traction budget, and, like, low budget and, like, just no engagement, and, like, 4 videos a day. Am I, like, you know, what am I doing here? Yeah. Whereas now it's like, okay, I see traction, and, like, now it's like, okay, I know that this can happen, and it gives me
But why
confidence.
Did you keep going? Because there was something inside you being like, it's gonna work, it's gonna work, it's gonna work.
It's gonna work, and there was on a micro level, and one day I would go to bed with whatever. I'll go to bed with like 100 followers, and I would wake up with 90. So it's like,
whoa.
Okay,
so you were still building.
I lost 10.
Oh, okay.
I would go to bed with 100, wake up with 90. So it's like shit. But that happened Monday and Wednesday and Friday. But then from Monday to Sunday, I went from 100 to 160.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So on the days, I would lose some, but overall,
you were still growing.
I was gaining. You know what I'm saying? But if you really focus on the fact that, hey, I lost 10, you know, like you can't focus on that stuff. Okay.
You just need to be so solid, and you have to have a vision.
That's it, you know. But I mean, like, overall, you got to look at your thing. Like, is it growing? Like, is it moving? Yeah. Right? Like, are you moving, and is your product moving?
But then it's hard, because it's like, what about me, who gives up on everything? Let's say, like, juggling 1 week. I'll give up on that. So I'm not going to move forward in that. Give up on, like, see how many times did I want to give up on this podcast? And I haven't given up. But, like, I created videos. Remember last year I was creating all these videos. I gave up on that because my heart wasn't into it, and also the audience wasn't responding to it. So I gave up on it. But then it's like, I know I'm growing every day. Yeah. But if I've given up on everything, what is the evidence to show that that I keep growing? You just have to know. You have to pick and choose what you think you're growing in.
That's a you personal mental thing, not for someone else to tell you that you're, like, it's not like
Like there are no stats to show that I'm growing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, but you inherently feel that.
Yeah.
It's not for like a group of people to be like, this person grew. You know, you have to feel that yourself, I would say.
Let's say I'm working and someone's like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I create videos. They're like, oh, do you have a lot of followers? Like, no. They're like, oh, so why do you do that? I'm like, because I fucking love it.
Because you love to do it. And that's the thing. So, like, going back to your juggling, did you want to become a professional juggler?
No.
Well, there's your answer.
Yeah, true.
That's why you gave up on it.
True.
That's it. Like, there was no, like, if you wanted to become a professional juggler, you know, it's like people who, like, want to become a professional, but, like, really want to become a professional juggler. I'll give you my story. In high school, I wanted to become a lawyer. And I was, like, gung-ho on becoming a lawyer. And I met somebody in CEGEP that really wanted to become a lawyer.
Okay.
Like, this guy was, like, in the books and, like grades, like, but, like, since he was 3 years old, he was passionate. He's like, I don't care which school I have to go to. I'm going straight out of CEGEP to become a lawyer.
Okay.
And he's studying now, and I think he's almost done. So, like, when I saw that passion, I was like, I don't have that passion, so this is not my thing.
Let's drop this now.
Let's drop it. So then I switch over to finance. I like investing. Let's go to finance. Meet someone.
Did you study that in college?
In college, it was social science with a major in law and society. It sounds fancy. It's not.
Okay.
And then in university, I went into economics because I couldn't get into finance right away because I didn't have my math, which is why I dropped out, which is fantastic.
Oh my god.
Yeah, economics was...
Dude, that's the only D I got in university. I got a D.
I can't.
I can't.
Economics.
Anyways.
But it was like a stepping stone to get to finance.
Yeah.
But then I met somebody who was really interested in finance and investing, and like this guy like crazy good, and he's always like he can spend the whole day talking about this.
So you dropped that shit too.
And I saw that and I was like, well, I'm not
Okay.
I'm not there. So
Yeah.
like let's like
keep going, keep finding,
keep going. But that's fine. Now I know what people are gonna say. They're gonna be like, you're judging, you're comparing yourself to somebody else. Never compare yourself to somebody else. But
that's tough,
but again, this goes back to self-awareness. What am I judging? Am I comparing myself to this person, or am I self-aware enough to say I am not as passionate as this guy for this subject,
and I want to find that passion that you have for that thing on my own.
On my own.
Yeah.
Now that I've found that, I don't compare myself to somebody else making videos.
Exactly.
Somebody wants to. I've had people say like, oh, like I like the videos that you're doing, so I want to do my own videos as well. In Montreal,
okay,
and like same style of skit that I'm doing, I want to do it as well on my own page.
What do you say to that?
I'm fucking down for it. Like, go for it, man.
Yeah.
You hit me up if you need help.
Is there any like sort of jealousy that comes into your head or anything?
No, because I'm confident, not cocky.
Yeah.
Confident that like
nobody can do what you do.
No, but not even that. A lot of people can do what I do, and a lot of people do what I do and do it better.
Okay.
Right? But like I'm aware of that. I just know that like there's enough pie for everyone. It's not like there's
abundance out there.
There's abundance of, it's just that when people say like I'm doing this and nothing's happening and like that guy's doing better than me and this guy's doing better than me and this guy's doing better, like there's not enough for me. Well, that's because you're not like that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Because if it was what you were supposed to be doing, you would be trying to be the best.
Yeah. And
that would knock over all the people who are just doing it because I want to be like... It's like you see it all the time, like makeup artists and stuff, they want to be the Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
You can't be Kylie Jenner.
You gotta be the first too.
If your goal is to be Kylie Jenner, you lost.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
Kylie Jenner exists already.
But how do you get there though? Like... You want to say, okay, I think it's important to look at who interests you. If you want to be the next Kylie Jenner, okay, maybe that gives you a little path. Like, okay, you want to be a makeup artist. Good.
Yeah.
Now explore. Maybe try like cosplay. Maybe try body painting. Maybe do different things and then taste, cherry pick what you like. Then all of a sudden you picked different techniques and systems and you're becoming your own self and like finding your own style. But it's hard for people to be the next them because they don't know what interests them, aka me. Like,
because they
but I think I found it. I really think I found it.
Don't know what interests them.
Yeah, that's
right?
it.
So I get that.
You'll sit down, like literally in your house for 8 hours scrolling on social media because they don't know what interests them and they aren't willing to go out and explore. How do you get from inside your couch fucking scrolling on social media to going out and doing shit?
For like, if there's people doing that, like that doesn't work. You can't scroll through videos of pottery and say like, oh, this is fantastic, I want to do pottery. Go take a pottery class and feel it. And if you are there and you're just working it like it's like you can do it with ease, and it's like, what the hell, like some people have that where it's just like
natural talent,
like where you've never touched this like pottery machine before, but yet you're I have a friend of mine cutting hair. It's just she's young and it's just like natural to her. She can do it and it's just, and she loves it, you know. So it's like, wow, okay, like
pursue that if it's in your interest.
Pursue it exactly if it's in your interest. And I mean, we're in a time, as Gary Vee says, that you can literally do anything you want.
We're just funny because we speak through Gary Vee sentences. Like, I think
exactly.
We wouldn't exist right now in this moment if it weren't for Gary Vee. Just throwing that out there.
I can Gary Vee moment. This is on camera here. I've told people this already. I want to meet him. I don't want like a picture or autograph. I want
Me neither.
A hug.
Duh.
And I want to say thank you. That's it.
Yeah.
He can go on with his day. That's it. A hug and thank you. That's
same.
it.
I don't even want a fucking picture with him.
His permission video.
I literally think I'm going to cry when I see him. Like, for the first time. Because he's made that much of an impact on me. Just with my mindset and, like, the way I view shit. What is it? 1 to 400 trillion to 1?
Similar to that.
400 trillion to 1. That you could
have been a human.
Fucking
you could have been a plant. You could have been a fucking whatever, a candle.
We're here. We are talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's that. But again, like I was saying, it comes down to like just being like self-aware and like you can compare yourself to people, but you gotta like it's literally self-awareness. It's taking all the information around you, and that's friends, that's family, that's people in the same industry. Don't be blind. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see Instagram all of a sudden is really dropping and no one's using it anymore, well, don't be like, well, I'm still good on Instagram, so it's fine. Like,
move with the times.
Let's see, you know, like YouTube, and let's try and like, you know, you gotta be aware of that. It's just a self-awareness at the end of it all. Now,
like, okay, after this podcast, you're gonna go back home and you're gonna try to get shit done.
Exactly.
What are you gonna do to try to get shit done?
I'm just gonna watch Gary Vee videos. No.
Come on.
Chips and Gary Vee videos. No, I'm kidding. Did you see that video he actually posted recently?
Which
about
one?
like about the guy who was living at home with his mom, and his mom was like being negative about him, like doing his own stuff.
Okay.
And like live on the phone, Gary sent him $1,000 to get on a plane to leave his mom's house to move to LA to go work for whoever.
Yes.
That was like intense. It was like a 25-minute video. I watched it. That was crazy intense. But yeah, it just comes down to like just do, like just go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's where like I've noticed that myself, and I'm learning, and it's not an easy thing. I sit, not that I sit, I'll think. Like, for example, like I have a video to film for a company. I have my own video to film, and I have
this is your to-do list for
today. Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying. So like, for example, if my to-do list is to, I have to go to the gym. I have to make a video for a company. I have to make my own video, and I have to write down ideas for another company. We'll say.
How are you gonna do that?
So generally speaking, I have my agenda, and I give myself like, I know that ideas are gonna take an hour, so I give myself an hour for that. Okay. And then I go down the list.
You time yourself?
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. So I put that in there, and I follow my. But like, you can get off track, and it's normal, and it's not.
Especially if you work from home.
If you work from home, it's fucking
there's a
detrimental. There's a fridge. There's there's people, phone calls, whatever. Exactly.
Yeah. They actually, you know what they say? They say that every 40 seconds you're distracted. Try to do something for 40 seconds. Something will happen in 40 seconds. You will get distracted. Yeah, it's crazy.
Interesting.
Okay, go on.
But yeah, so it's.
So tonight, when you go home,
yeah,
you came to this podcast because you wanted to tell people, your audience, that it's hard to get shit done. So you still need to get that shit done.
Yeah.
Because you're still a working man.
Yeah.
You're going to go home tonight, and what tools are you going to use that other people could use as well, that will help you get shit done, that could also help them get shit done?
Well, honestly, in my situation, I know, like I said, what the issue was, and it's the overthinking.
So do it.
Like, for example, like if I see, that's my issue is I need to tell myself that from 3 to 4.
It has to get done.
From 3 to 4, I'm filming a video. So when I go down my list, like I wake up in the morning and I'll be like, 3 to 4, well, this says I have to film a video, so I'm going to film a video now, right?
Okay.
Whereas if I just make a list of stuff, today I have to film a video, I have to work out, I have to do this, then forget it.
Yeah,
so I wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, so my workout I can do at 1, but then the video I would do it here, and then the script I can do it here, but if I switch these two, then that can also work out. But what if I start with the gym, then I'll shower, and then it's just it's
what the fuck? That already like doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just like in my head, and what happens is that
none of it gets done.
It was from Ty Lopez. Was talking about a book that he read, and it's what's it called?
Multitasking, something along the lines.
No. It was the fact that like memory loading.
Okay.
I think it was memory loading.
Okay.
So every time. Okay, so here we're doing this podcast. So for the live, you had to turn on the live.
Yeah.
So your brain had to take
attention away from.
Had to load up the information to say take out my phone, go to Instagram, story, swipe live, great, done. Boom. Now you're coming back to podcast, so now your brain had to load up. What was I talking about before I did this?
Yes.
And what he says is that constant loading up of the information uses so much of your brain, which you feel tired afterwards. And I feel that a lot because I'm like, okay, we're gonna go do the workout now. So you load up, okay, prepare my stuff for myself. Okay, wait, actually, let's go film the video. Reload. I need my equipment, so let's go.
Okay.
And just those loading things, he says,
takes a massive amount of energy.
Much of energy and like from your brain. And what he was saying was basically if it's something small, like your paintbrush.
Oh my God, that changed the game.
So
so just to let people know, whenever people come and paint, it's such a bad habit. They'll use, let's say, like one of the girls used 7 paintbrushes. I threw them out because I would not wash them right away. I told Matt this. He painted. He's like, wash this right now. I'm like, oh my God, okay. Gave me permission. Now I have a clean paintbrush for the next time.
Yeah, that's it.
Boom. And it's not in my memory to wash it.
And what happens is, so you leave the paintbrush there.
Yeah.
And then you think, now I leave and you say, okay, there's that paintbrush. It's true. I have to
wash that.
Just the thought of, there's a paintbrush I have to clean. Just that thought, like 2 seconds, used so much energy that in an hour you're eating and it's like, it's true, there's that paintbrush.
And it's always there.
That paintbrush also, 10 times a day.
Yeah. It's also called something else. It's called the open loop system. Okay. So you have closed loops, which are like, okay, I'm going to start this story. I'm going to film the story. Boom, finished. It's out. Boom, done. But let's say like I don't post this podcast till tomorrow. Well, this podcast is going to be an open loop until tomorrow. It's always going to be in my head. So it's the same shit, but it's called open loop syndrome. Okay,
interesting. Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm going to look that up. Interesting.
And what was yours called? Memory loading? It's a book.
I think it's a book.
Okay.
I don't remember what it's called, but what he was talking about was just that he was telling people to just like if it's something like insignificant, like cleaning a paintbrush, just like get it out of the way, you know? Like I have an email, just get the email out of the way, you know? A text, I have to text this person, you know, it's like, for example, when you texted Brittany before.
Yeah.
If it was just done in the moment when we were talking about it, it would have just been done. If not, it was like, okay,
it was lingering in my head.
Exactly.
Wow.
You know, and that takes up, by eliminating all that stuff, you're saving energy and you're focusing on the present and actually like, and not to mention, you accomplish so much fucking more.
It's true. Because
you're just doing shit. At the end of the day, it's like, stop overthinking, just do. So you like, I mean, for me, like instead of like, okay, I'm gonna do my workout now and then I'll do. It's like no.
But
get your fucking stuff. Yeah. Go do your workout. Come back and then you can't think about doing your workout because it's already done. You did it already. Done. Get it out of the way. And that's something that I am working on. I think is my main focus.
One thing at
a time. But it's just getting it done. It's waking up and like, okay, go to the gym. Like, don't think about going to the gym.
Yes.
And I noticed this as well at the gym. My workouts were long, but like,
because you were like, okay, I gotta get this done.
It's like I was thinking like, okay, like I'm here
for 2 hours.
I'm doing curls, we'll say, you know, but like I'm doing the curls and I'm like, you know what? If I just do them a bit slower, I'll get like better results because of that video I saw the guy doing it slower. But then there was that other guy who was doing them quicker.
You weren't even present.
So like I'm thinking about this stuff, and it's just I think at the end of it, I'll be thinking about that during my breaks between
literally
sets.
During your set.
During it or between sets. So now my set of 30 seconds is now
2
a minute and a half,
yeah,
2 minutes. You know, and it's like even at the gym, I'm just kind of like, just go here. Your curls, if they're fast, if they're slow, just do the fucking curls. And then, you know, if you want to change it up eventually, take your time to research and figure out how to do that stuff. If not,
it's
like,
same for me. I'm like, I video all my shit. I video my lifts. I video my squats. But
pretty impressive, by the way.
I say, thank you. But I do say like, oh, I'm correcting myself. And I do correct myself. But imagine the amount of like focus and muscle memory that I would get if I lifted present and I wasn't thinking about the angle and I wasn't thinking about what I look like or how I look during the lift, and I'm just focusing about the barbell moving in real life, in real time. So it's crazy.
That's why people with like who have these sort of like, that's why like, again, people who have like for example, if you had someone right now who was taking care of all this in terms of like the sound, the camera and all that stuff, you wouldn't be thinking about it and you would just be focused in on it, and like that's it, you know. So like it helps when you have people, but at the end of the day it's like and not even that, like even for me now, like when I go to go film a video at a business, I'm doing it all by myself. It's I set up, I do lighting, I get
They want
dressed.
people like that. They want a videographer. They want
I would love someone to just, like, set up, like put the light, because I got to take the lights down in pieces, re-put them up, like focus on that, get the camera ready, let me focus on the script, the character, bringing this out, and how I can do this, and then like I'll do the editing. Or I'll do all that and then ship my stuff off and say, you edit it and bring it back to me and I like this sort of thing. So like if you do have a team, it's easier. But the thing is that there's someone out there in Montreal who is trying to make a name in the editing field and would love to be like, Matt, listen, I can edit some crazy videos for you. I'll do it for free.
Delegate.
Exactly. But I think people don't get as well as like the doing stuff for free.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, well, no, like I put time.
Yeah, but a lot of people are not willing to do things for free though. Like me included in certain things. Like I'm getting to the point where like I'm not going to do a video for free because it's not my interest. If it was my interest and my passion and I was like craving to create videos,
for sure,
I would do it.
Definitely.
But I still create videos on the side. But if it's taking away, and Gary Vee says this too, he's like, if it's taking away from stuff you actually want to do, you need to charge.
Well, of course. I'm talking about passion. I'm talking about passion. Yeah, exactly. Like all my videos that I do, like I'm not getting paid for them.
Yeah.
If I want to do 10 videos a day, I'll do 10 videos a day. That's it. We're not getting paid for that stuff. It's you're doing it for. But now when it comes time to like doing a commercial, and like I understand that business aspect of it. Where was I going with this? I'm trying to. Today is like it's like the mind is just not.
So just like getting shit done and delegating, and people are willing to do this stuff for you for free.
Exactly. It was doing stuff for free. If you got to find that editor who is so passionate about editing the best videos that all he wants is this video was edited by @
just
Greg,
the credit, just the freaking credit.
And then like I'll be like, yo, Greg edits my videos, and like you want this video edited? Great.
Wins.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody wins.
Yeah. Back on the one thing that I wanted to say was that's why procrastination works, right? So procrastination works because if you're planning to do something at the end of the week and it needs to get done at the end of the week, well, actually, the open loop is always there then, because you're like, it has to be done at the end of the week. I don't know. It's
so
weird.
The open loop would be like prior.
You would be postponing the open loop.
Well, okay, so like for example, if I do something on Monday that I have to post, it's the same thing. Honestly, it's the exact same thing.
We can cut this whole part.
No. We're going to keep this part. We're going to keep this part because it's good. Because we thought we solved life, but in reality, life solved us. Right. That's what happened. No. Okay. So there's always the open loop. But I understand what you mean about like There is no open loop. If you make a conscious decision to do it Friday and put it away.
I agree.
Until Friday. Like if you just like if I just say I'm gonna do this Friday and that's it.
Then it's closed for the week.
Then you close and you don't think about it, and then you come Friday, you do it and that's it.
Exactly. And even when you wake up on Friday, the loop is only open. It's not even open.
Look, you're working
because you're working on it. So you're gonna yawn again?
No. I don't know why. It's just like I'm not. No.
Don't worry.
It's not for that.
We're literally done.
Are we?
Yeah.
On the yawn? Are we ending on a yawn?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you some questions, but because you're like one of my first returnees, I can't ask you the same question. So I gotta create questions on the spot. Okay. What is one of your deepest secrets?
Deepest secrets?
Yeah. That obviously you wouldn't spill here because it would ruin your life, but like something a hidden talent, something that nobody knows about you that people would be like, whoa, that's freaky, or like that's cool.
I once killed a man.
Shut up. This is not the truth.
No, it's not the truth. Not the truth.
Like for me, it would be
secret talents,
secret talents.
People that like something that people don't know about me would be like, for example, it's not like a secret, like volleyball. I like volleyball a lot. Like that would be my sport. I know, but it's boring. I know. It's like
like some people can do that crazy shit with their fingers and like point their fingers all weird. You know,
okay, I can't point my fingers all weird, so I'm not that.
I can move my ears.
Okay, that's
not cool. Okay,
no, it's cool. I mean, it's interesting.
So you have no secrets, no secret hidden talents.
Like a secret hidden talent. What would be a secret hidden? I don't know.
Like,
I'm trying to think. Like I just.
Like.
Well, you can beatbox.
No, I can't. It was just I did one thing. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, let me change the question.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What is something that you need to do before you die from this world? Before you leave this planet?
Skydive.
Really?
Yeah, skydive for sure. I want to get that done like quick.
Okay.
I want this will be another topic for us because it's gonna make me sound very materialistic.
Oh.
But it's not. I need to drive a Nissan GTR.
What the hell is that?
It's a car.
A Nissan?
Yeah, it's okay. Whatever. You can laugh. Whoever. Like I have to.
Nissan though.
Yeah.
It's nice. So it looks like sporty or what?
Yeah, it's a sporty. Yeah, it's like one of the faster cars. So
okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's that.
Nissan,
so
cool.
That and
I want to see this car now.
Yeah. So like those. Okay. What else? That's. I want to fish in the Great Lakes. I like fishing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hey, do you consider fishing a sport?
I see what you did there because I watched that. Fishing is it's a sport.
Okay, interesting.
You don't think it's a sport?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so stay tuned for that. So we'll do materialismistic. Bro, we're gonna talk about materialisticers.
That works. That works for me. Materialistic.
Fishing is a sport.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that.
Till next
week. What's the?
Peace. We do this.
Hanukkah. What's the? It's a Hanukkah. No, Hanukkah is
What?
Hanukkah is a religious date. No, this is something. This is in Hawaii. They do this in Hawaii. It's not Hakuna Matata there. It's
what is? I've never heard of this.
Yeah, well, you've seen this before.
Yes.
There's even like an emoji like
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. No.
No,
it is not Hanukkah. Do not do Hanukkah. It's not. No, it's not that at all.
Hakuna Matata.
No, it's not all that. That's from the Lion King. That's from the Lion King. What is this called? I don't know. It's something in Hawaiian.
Hey,
Dwayne Johnson does it.
Hey, we can leave it at that.
Hey.
There we go.
Hey.
Okay.
So.
Peace. Do you want to leave them with a thought? We can leave them with like a nice thought.
Yeah, figure out what this means.
Yeah, figure out what this means. Google Nissan GTR.
Yeah. A thought? Let's leave them with a thought. Let's leave them with a thought.
We can leave them with, because my obvious question at the end of every podcast, and I'll give it away. What is the meaning of life? But you've answered this. But you could answer to see if your answer changed. We could do that. What is your meaning of life?
Meaning of life, I think, is finding what it is that you do best and that you're absolutely passionate about and that makes you 100% happy, and doing that to the fullest, but helping as many people as you can along the way.
Wow, that's an Instagram quote. I agree. Legit.
Yeah, I think I don't know if that's what I said last time, but that's what came to my mind now, because I had a moment the other day where I was like, if I walked into the doctor's office and the doctor told me, Matt, you've got, like, this is guaranteed, forget your like miracles. You had 3 months left to live. And you're done, and you're gone. Like, on this date, you're done. Yeah. Like, what would I be doing? And it would just, honestly, be doubling down on the comedy stuff, on the, and the motivation page as well that I want to start. And just talking, like,
because
it
lives forever.
People. Yeah, and like just talking to and just trying to help people as much as possible do what they want to do and be happy. Yeah. So that's what I thought.
That's amazing. I think I would film every single person I know and just be like, I love you. Or like send a personalized message to every single person I know. Be like, this is for you. Yeah. When you get to this age, this happens. Like my little brother and sister, like at 15, this shit's going to go down. Don't worry. I don't know.
Yeah. It like that really...
The internet's changing the world, man.
Internet's changing, but I'm saying like if you can really sit down and be like, I have 3 months left to live.
How do you want to spend your time?
You gotta, like, I don't, there's no job for me to quit. There's no school for me to stop.
Exactly.
There's no, like, I'm not, like.
You're at a place right now where you can just do what you want.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But I'm doing what I want to do. There's no, like, okay, I'd probably take a day to go skydiving and, like, go drive the GTR, like I said. Yeah. Probably go fishing a couple of days. But besides that, like, I'm in my stuff right now. Like,
that's
this is
amazing.
What I'm doing. Just do it more. Like. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Boom.
We're doing okay. It was a slide, like we're doing like a
we
pop.
Can.
Okay, so like this.
Pop. Pop. Boom. Twist.
Pop. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it.
Hanukkah it.
Hanukkah. Okay. That's a shirt now. Hanukkah.
Peace podcast.
Peace.
Insta. Take care. Actually, do you want to say goodbye to Insta? Because I never did.